This is how I am. If somebody talk shit to me, I talk shit back.
You going at the rappers, you're skipping the execs, you skipping the labels,
producers.
because them the ones who have the resources to do everything you're telling a rapper to do.
So this is y'all king. This is the nigga that y'all listening to.
Hypothetically, lying about calling Ethica and getting the deal canceled, no phase, no slaps, no beat me up, no blitz, no harm, nothing, no foot soldiers, you ain't sent nobody up to this office, you ain't came up to this office tripping, none of that.
Here, summer 26, this one is gonna be lit. I'm thankful for the shows and all the money I'ma get. I'm grateful for the fans and all the ones that play my shit. But somebody tell Fat Boy, fuck you in that list. Cause no matter how you put it, I'm a grit. Nigga said he ain't that fat. Hey, we got you on that Compton AV workout plan, nigga.
It's time to have a real conversation about DeJon Paul. Not a pile-on, not a defense brief. A real conversation. DeJon has positioned himself as the person willing to say what polite LA media won't. Does that make him a needed authority? Or has the criticism become trolling, with the artist becoming less important than the reaction? Now, before we judge the judge, let's check out his resume. In a 2019 Voyage LA profile, DeJon said he entered entertainment at 13, beginning with social media work before moving through publicity, artist management, A&R, production, fashion, and ADayInLA. The profile also details his work with DJ A-Tron, projects involving Key Riches, and a distribution arrangement with Priority Records. See, that history matters. DeJon didn't discover LA rap last Tuesday and immediately buy a red pen. He spent years around artists and the business behind the music. But consideration isn't a permanent jurisdiction. Past industry experience doesn't automatically make anybody the present-day authority over an entire regional scene. Authority has to be maintained, proven, renewed. And that's why the LA Rap Report card originally mattered. See, Los Angeles has never had a talent shortage. What it has often lacked is consistent national attention for artists operating between underground respect and mainstream recognition. A local report card could create discovery, visibility, standards, and debate. And in 2023, West Coast Styles described it as controversial, while later coverage said the critiques were intended to help artists improve. But can a valuable concept lose credibility through its execution? DeJon has every right to criticize music. Nobody needs an artist's permission to dislike their records. But the real question is whether criticism is consistent, transparent, informative, and worthy of cultural trust. Take Zoe Osama. In one public post, DeJon used a deliberately insulting image, essentially saying the music made him want to spray bacon grease into his ears. Memorable? Absolutely. But what did it tell us about Zoe's writing, production, delivery, originality, and artistic direction? Not a motherfucking thing. So was the point to explain why the music failed, or to embarrass the artist in a way guaranteed to travel? Still, hip-hop criticism has always used jokes, exaggeration, and ruthless language. One harsh joke doesn't invalidate every opinion behind it. But if the joke replaces the analysis, then what exactly is being graded? And then there's RJMrLA.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but talking a lot of shit, nigga. Talk your shit, too. Niggas know what nigga who really do this shit. And we platinum in this motherfucker, so I can talk my shit. LA music, nigga. We talk about LA or we talk about New York? We talk about LA or Atlanta? We talk about LA. We talk about LA or Florida or somewhere. Or fucking off the country or something. We talk about LA, right? Nigga. That's what LA do. LA make you feel good. LA make you, nigga, man, LA make you might jump out them cars if you want to. Nigga. Nigga, you're not in the motherfucking studios, nigga, putting in that hard work, nigga, night in, night out, nigga. Go make an album, nigga. Go do a song, nigga. Go do a song, nigga, before you critique a song, nigga.
After the AugusteFest confrontation, DeJon argued that RJ hadn't released a hit record or impactful project in roughly a decade, and that the C grade he received was generous. To be fair, a published 2024 Examiner listed report card categories including impact, lyricism, catalog, consistency, branding, originality, and versatility. So it wouldn't be accurate to say there's no system at all. But listing categories isn't the same as making the scoring transparent. How are those categories weighted? What time period counts? And what does impact actually mean? National charts, streaming numbers, touring, local influence, longevity, audience loyalty, and respect from other artists? Until that application is clear, how does the public separate serious analysis from personal taste? Compton AV raises the same question from a different angle. DeJon publicly argued that AV's career remained stuck in LA because he continued making gang-oriented LA ratchet records. He also questioned AV placing himself in a conversation with Nipsey Hussle and Kendrick Lamar. There's a legitimate question underneath that criticism. How does a West Coast artist remain unmistakable? His entire platform is malicious, and they shouldn't be inflated to countless attacks. At AugusteFest, available footage shows RJ addressing DeJon from the stage over what he viewed as repeated criticism and disrespect toward LA artists. Separate public footage shows Compton AV challenging his grade and demanding recognition and respect.
Y'all make some noise for Fat Boy in the motherfucking building. I know you're gonna get me back, but I'm gonna get you back after that. Stand right here, don't go nowhere. Cause she a thick little bitch and she got some good broke ass niggas ain't getting no. I just hit her up, now we smoking on. And I promise you I'm gonna drop another one this year, nigga. Let's go, turn up.
That confirms a public confrontation. It doesn't establish private motives, threats, invented dialogue, or physical details. Was that legitimate accountability or an emotional reaction to an unfavorable review? Did it prove DeJon's opinions carry weight, or simply that public disrespect creates public responses? And there's another issue that deserves brief context. Rich Trapper.
Hey, man, normally it's attention gangbangers. But today, it's attention to the good people of Los Angeles, California, who are interested in Los Angeles, California, West Coast music. You gotta stop worrying about what a lame-ass nigga say about all the music. Cause niggas ain't got no real accolades around this motherfucker at all. The Game got an album coming out. I don't know if y'all know the Game been in album mode. There's been a lot of conversation about the Game right now. And why are we going back and forth wondering about LA bloggers who can't give y'all the new Game song? Check it out on Trap News Network, man. Make sure y'all check that out, bro, because we got something here, brother. We got something here. But y'all rather go back and forth with a nigga who don't even got the record because his opinion really don't even matter about nothing. Let that be a little bit of perspective, big dog, because niggas can sit in front of their laptop and scream at the camera all day, but can they actually connect and get with these big name artists and actually show what's going on with the heartbeat of the West, or do they just rage bait, cry, and complain about everything every single day on the internet? Let me know something. We go.
Founder of Trap News Network and former ADayInLA collaborator, publicly accused DeJon of not paying people who worked with the platform. A Trap News Network video framed the fallout as DeJon firing Rich Trapper and Ash Bash after they raised that accusation. That is Rich Trapper's allegation and framing, not a verified finding. The public material I reviewed didn't establish the exact working arrangements or provide a clear response from DeJon that I could responsibly quote. Employees, contractors, co-hosts, collaborators, and volunteers aren't interchangeable. And my volunteer experience doesn't corroborate Rich's accusation because I was never promised compensation to work with him ever. Now, DeJon's strongest defense is actually pretty strong. Artists often say they want honesty until the honesty is about them. I've had my trouble with this as well. Local media can become so committed to unconditional support that it stops applying meaningful standards. And if every song is fire and every rapper's next up, those words stop meaning anything. DeJon has argued that he wants LA artists to expand beyond the city. A critic doesn't need permission to express an opinion. An artist getting angry doesn't prove the grades are wrong. The controversy alone doesn't make DeJon a troll, but the strongest case against him is just as clear. Meaningful criticism should explain what isn't working, why it isn't working, and what could improve. Insults, grades without visible math, personal exchanges, and provocative posts can generate engagement without advancing the music. When the person holding the report card becomes a bigger story, then the artist being graded, who is the platform really serving? Cultural authority isn't a title, a follower count, or the confidence to speak loudly. It's built through artist access, interviews, and audience trust, industry relationships, consistency, cultural reach, artist development, and documented influence. Compton AD, T-Rail, Smack, Gina Views, and DJ Head don't all perform the same role. ADayInLA and Smack have built recurring long-form platforms around direct conversation and audience communities. Gina Views brings years of interviews, radio, and digital media presence. DJ Head combines broadcast reach, industry relationships, artist advocacy, and a documented role showcasing LA talent on major stages. Their authority comes from different receipts. DeJon has receipts as well. ADayInLA, interviews, the report card, event hosting, industry history, and enough visibility that established artists answer him publicly. But a reaction isn't automatically trust. I also had difficulty locating substantial independent reporting that measures DeJon's present-day influence. That isn't proof that he has none. Independent LA media is often poorly documented. Still, is his impact smaller than his public positioning suggests, or is the work happening in a space outsiders don't document that often? The evidence doesn't justify declaring DeJon a fraud, an exploiter, or dishonest employer, or culturally irrelevant. It does justify credibility concerns about tone, consistency, transparency, and whether provocation is serving the criticism or swallowing it. Past experience can earn you a seat at the table. It doesn't give you ownership of the table. You know this. Maybe DeJon is identifying real weaknesses in LA rap while damaging his own message through delivery. Maybe some artists are reacting defensively while still having a valid complaint about disrespect. Maybe both things are true. Two things can't be true at once. And that's usually where the uncomfortable conversations live, that gray area. Maybe the real question isn't whether DeJon Paul has the right to grade LA rap. Of course he does. The real question is whether LA rap still trusts the person holding that red pen. So I'm putting it before the public. Is DeJon giving LA artists the tough criticism they need? Has his delivery damaged the credibility of his message? Or can both things be true at once? Drop your honest opinion below. Follow Culture Campus on all platforms and subscribe to Culture Campus Network on YouTube. Thanks for watching.
Presented by Culture Campus.
I got Culture Campus involved.
I knew what he was getting at.
Culture Campus, what's the deal, fam?
Shout out Culture Campus.
And I got love for Culture Campus.
Yeah, that's my
That's
host.